top 5 rush ends of all time. And I know a lot of people are going to have a lot of different opinions. So, number one, first off, let's just start here. As I said, I've humbled myself. If anybody is arguing that Lawrence Taylor is not the best rush in outside linebacker, yada, 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 we're including him as an outside linebacker. We're just talking about rush ends. If you rush off the end, regardless of position, Lawrence Taylor is number one. Lawrence Taylor is number one. So let's start there. Dwight Freeney is not in the top 5. No. Reggie White would be number 2. Reggie White is definitely number 2. Okay? Now, this is where some people, and here's somebody, Marcos, we can't even take you seriously, my guy, saying no way Lawrence Taylor is number 1. Lawrence Taylor is the best football player of all time, but somehow he wasn't a good rush-in. It's okay. We're not even going to take you serious. So number 3, and this is where some people are going to disagree. I have Derek Thomas ahead of Bruce Smith, and Bruce Smith is number 4. I got Derek Thomas. So, Derek Thomas at number 3. So, and I got Bruce Smith at number 4. Now, number 5 is where it really gets dicey. I saw somebody put in here on TikTok said Deacon Jones. And somebody said Micah Parsons is better than Lawrence Taylor. I will never take you serious on anything ever, ever, ever. So, but number 5 is where it can get dicey. Somebody brought up, nobody brought up DeMarcus Ware. You could put on DeMarcus Ware. Somebody brought up Deacon Jones. Somebody brought up who? Yes. Oh, I already said Bruce Smith. Dwight Freeney. Michael Strahan. I said J.J. Watt. I went with J.J. Watt. Now, Watt played a weird position because they played a 3-4 or a 4-3 defense. Or take that back. A 3-4 defense. And he kind of rushed at that weird 4-eyed position. So, was he a defensive end or was he more of a defensive tackle? I don't know. So, but I liked him. Now, if anybody said, hey, Brian, come on, Michael Strahan, I'm not going to argue with you. Deacon Jones, I'm not going to argue with you. Julius Peppers, I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to argue with you about any of those. But I will argue with you if you say that Lawrence Taylor's not number 1. I will argue with you. And I will come out of my zone and get back into my comfort zone and call you an idiot. Number 2, if you say that Reggie White wasn't at least number 2, I'm going to argue with you. Now, number 3, I mean, like I said, number 3, Derek Thomas. I don't think people understand how good Derek Thomas was. I just don't think people know. He died too soon. He never won a Super Bowl, but Derek Thomas was the absolute truth. So, Derek Thomas was the absolute truth. So, and I like Dwight Freeney. I think he's great. So, but no, we're not talking about off-the-field contributions. Hell, if we're talking about off-the-field contributions, my man David Gonzalez says, then Lawrence Taylor can't even be on the list. He can't even be on the list if we're talking about off-the-field stuff. Lord have mercy. But then again, I'm not talking about off-the-field stuff because if y'all were here 2 weeks ago, OJ was in the top 5 running backs. OJ, TikTok. That OJ. So, just so we know, we're not talking about anything off the field because if we do that, we got to start eliminating people. And I like the juice. We got to have the juice. We can't Did he kill somebody? Did he not? I don't know. I wasn't there. I can't answer that question. Thing about Lawrence Taylor, you know what he did. Lord have mercy. I mean, whew. But either way, Lawrence Taylor, he's the best. Julius Peppers, like I said, if somebody puts Julius Peppers at number 5, I'm never going to argue with you. Or has him in your top 5, I'm not going to argue. But LT number 1, Reggie White number 2, Derek Thomas number 3, Bruce Smith number 4, and I have J.J. Watt at number 5. So, Von Miller, that's another one. And yes, he is the closest thing to Derek Thomas with the bend, the speed, and the size. Because Derek Thomas wasn't a big dude. You know, people think Derek Thomas, 260 pounds. If Derek Thomas was 230, he wasn't 231. Derek Thomas was not a big guy, and neither is Von Miller. So what happened to Mike Singletary? He played middle linebacker. He doesn't qualify for this one, my man. But we'll get to that probably next week. You think Miles or TJ could be in the combo? They're still playing, so no, but they can get there. But these are the all-time best. Like when you think of the all-time best pass rushers, TJ Watt and Myles Garrett don't come to mind just yet. I'm not saying they can't get there, but you don't think about them just yet. Not yet. They can get there, though. So they can get there. Somebody said Warren Sapp. Come on, Dennis. Come on, man. I'm trying. Look, people, I'm trying. I'm trying to evolve. And when people say Warren Sapp, as far as being a rush end, what am I supposed to say to that? Goon Squad, help me. Help me help you. When we're talking about the best rush ends of all time, and somebody brings up Warren Sapp, you guys tell me what you would like for me to say to that person. Because I'm trying to be a better man. I'm trying to be a better man. But I don't know what I'm supposed to say. Should I just say, hey, man, I'm sorry, Warren Sapp was a defensive tackle. I apologize. I don't think you guys want me to say that. I don't think y'all want me to say that at all. I think somebody said, hey, that's an unintelligent answer. Warren Sapp played the defensive tackle position. He doesn't qualify for this. Is that better? I don't even think you guys want me to do. First of all, yeah. I don't even think you guys want me to say it that way either. But I'm trying to be a better man. But y'all got to help me. Help me help you, man. Oh, man. Oh, my goodness. And see, we got our man Jacob over here on YouTube being funny. I love it. Be fair, Dennis. He also had Warren Sapp and BJ Raji as the best cornerbacks, too. See? Y'all aren't helping me. I'm trying to be better. You guys are not helping me. I'm trying. Oh. All-time best lists are always flawed because you can't compare different generations. Training gets better. Nutrition gets better. Sports medicine gets better. Got to do best of the decade. Yeah. What player in any decade ever is better than Lawrence Taylor? I mean, you can put on the film and you can watch. So, what player in any era? Because right now, if you drop Lawrence Taylor in this era today, he is dominating. He is literally dominating. You drop Reggie White in this era today, he's still throwing tackles around and dominating. So, come on, man. You can compare. You can compare. It depends. But you can absolutely compare. Reggie would absolutely dominate. And Reggie would still be throwing around tackles. Lawrence Taylor would be running around through tackles and killing your quarterback. LT. Oh, here's another one. My man Brandon. He said Brian Urlacher. You guys tell me what I should say, people. You guys tell me what I should say. I don't want to be that guy. I'm trying to be a better man. I'm trying. But Brian Urlacher, here, I'll do it. Hey, my man, Brandon, Brian Urlacher was a middle linebacker. He didn't play rush in. So we're talking about the best rush ins or best pass rushers on the outside of all time. That's what we're talking about. I apologize, Brandon. See? Growth. You know? Nah, don't worry about it, Brandon. We're just messing around with you. See, basically what this comes down to, I'm an asshole. Okay? That's what this comes down to. I'm an asshole. When somebody says something silly, I respond like I'm an asshole. But I was told that I'm being too much of an asshole, so I need to change. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to grow. You don't have to be sorry, though. I tell you what, Joe Montana was the best edge rusher ever. See, now y'all just pissing me off. See, now y'all are just being funny. Now you guys are being ridiculous. That's why you got to love people on TikTok. They will take, if you give them an inch, they will take 10 miles and run with it. I love it. YouTube, y'all do the same thing. I get, especially this David Gonzalez character. First of all, he's been to my house, people. So I know how crazy this dude is. You give this guy an inch, he'll run the whole length of the country. Just give him a little inch. Unbelievable, this guy. I love him. Don't get me wrong. I love him. But he's crazy. Khalil Mack. I don't know. And he's not top 5 or top 10, but Khalil Mack is very good. And that's the thing. You don't have to be, if you're not in the top 5 or a top 10 of something, that doesn't mean you're not any good. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't mean you're not any good. Khalil Mack's not top 15 pass rushers of all time. No, he's not. But again, he's great. Jared Allen, he's in the top 10 for me. Von Miller is definitely in the top 10. Definitely. Derek Thomas says Rodney White changed my love for edge rushers. Dude was different. Yeah, he was. That's why we had Derek Thomas at number 3. Well, I'll go through the list again. At number 5, we said J.J. Watt. At number 4, we had Bruce Smith. How come there's not a lot of people that in here that are talking about Bruce Smith? Well, here's somebody who just said Bruce Smith 5, but nobody really brought up Bruce Smith. So, but I got J.J. Watt at 5, Bruce Smith at 4, Derek Thomas at 3, Reggie White at 2, Lawrence Taylor at 1. So, that would be the list that I have. So, yeah, Bruce Smith played for Buffalo. And I think he played for Washington at the end. But he was just trying to get the sack record at the end. He wasn't really that effective. So, 6 and 7 would be Ware and Strahan. I think I got Strahan at 6. Oh, I may have Strahan at 6, Peppers at 7, Von Miller at 7, Peppers at 8. Richard Dent? Yeah, I don't know. I think I would have Charles Haley. Somebody put it, yeah, Ricky. I think I'd have Charles Haley before Richard Dent. So, and then I'm not going to disrespect. Look, nobody saw him play. There's not that much footage that you can find of Deacon Jones. So, I'm just not as sure how explosive Deacon Jones could be. And Too Tall Jones wasn't that good. Not to be in this and considered in this. And Too Tall Jones played defensive tackle. So, see? April 8th said, educate, don't humiliate. That's what you guys want from me, isn't it? TikTok and YouTube? If somebody says something that's out of bounds, y'all would rather me educate versus humiliate. I can get down with that. It's not going to be as much fun. Yeah, see, somebody said, nah, humiliation is the best form of education. See, I can't with you people. Here I am trying to be a better man, show some growth. I'm not going to humiliate anybody. But no, my man Perk said no. Humiliation is the best form of education. My goodness. My man Mike Yates said, why not both? Gosh. Oh. Oh, well. What am I going to do with you people? Oh, Mike Yates said Khalil Mack is arguably not even top 5 of his era. I could agree with that. I would agree with that. I like Khalil Mack. I think he's a great player. But, yeah, to put him on a list, that would be tough. That would be tough. For instance, he had what did he have, like 16 and a half sacks this year? Where would you rank him this year? I mean, I know we think TJ Watt's better. We think Myles Garrett is better. We think Micah Parsons is better. And I don't think there's any argument for that. So, April H said, put it on a shirt. What should we put on a shirt, though? Educate, don't humiliate? Or humiliation is the best form of education? That would be the question. Oh, man. Jess says, Big B, be yourself. You know what, Jess? I am 1,000% going to be that, man. Life is way too short not to be myself. Way too short.